Oh, what's going on, everybody? Z here. Welcome to Animo, our first look. This is the closed beta 2 that's currently going on. So I'll have a link down below if you guys are interested. I'll have a link to their website and a link to the Steam page. But it is a closed beta. You had to get access to it. Luckily, we got access to it. So I'm very excited for that. But we're going to be taking a look at what Animo is, what the gameplay is, what the gameplay looks like, because I honestly had no idea going into it. And I will tell you, first and foremost, the TLDR, I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I really like the way that it's going, personally, because it's a little bit different of a take on a creature capture type game. Now, that being said, there are similarities to some other games in here that I enjoy. I thoroughly enjoy a few other games that play a very similar way. So we're going to be talking about those lightly, but let me go ahead. Let's just start from the beginning. Let's get caught up. Let's get over the basics, and then we're going to get into some actual gameplay here. So this game is a creature capture type game. It is an open world exploration type game where you can freely explore a huge map, a very large area that has, associated levels and things like that. There is a storyline that will progress you through the world. As you play along, there's side stories, things like that. We're not going to get into the story. We're not going to get into the side stories. That is all still a work in progress. So, it is what it is. But it progresses you through the world. It tells you to explore things, to go do things, what to look for, and stuff like that. It rewards you on finding Animo, finding and collecting them, leveling them up, things like that. So, obviously, you're in this big, huge, beautiful open world, different types of biomes, different types of Animo throughout the area. So as you can see, we've got little water Animo over here. We got an egg. Let's go get that egg. Now, what you do is you capture these Animo. You can actually just throw a Anipod, and you can try to capture them. Now, as you play along, you upgrade your ability, your like catch rate and things like that. Obviously, battling and fighting them increases your catch chance as well. So as you can see, we fought that one. It broke a stamina bar kind of thing, and then it allows you to catch it. It kind of becomes stunned for a little bit. Now, in the beginning, your catch chance isn't as high, obviously, but as you upgrade, as you do better things, you can get higher catch chances. You also have different Anipods that you can use. So when you are actually selecting this, you can actually change your Anipod, and you'll see that it changes your percentage of catching it. We have, I believe it's a regular, hyper, normal. Actually, we can pull up our inventory here and take a quick peek. So we've got our normal Anipods. You can actually craft these. I believe you can actually craft 2 other ones as well. We're going to get into the crafting stuff later. The crafting stuff, trust me, stick around. You're going to want to see it. It's an amazing system. And I'm honestly, I've spent almost as much time playing that system as I have, playing the game. But we got our normal pods. We've got the Pro, Hyper. There's, special versions. There is the Ultra, which I'm going to tell you right now, this is your Master Ball. 100% catch chance guaranteed. So that is your uber ultra rare one. I used it on one already. I probably shouldn't have, but it is what it is. And then we have a Trace, which actually targets nearby Animo as well. So those are your little capture cubes, and those are how you catch things. Now, as you can see, the normal one has a basic chance. The Pro has a 1.5 catch chance. The Hyper has a 2 catch chance, along with the other fancier ones. They have a 2 times catch chance as well. So that's how you capture those. And then once you capture them, you are able to bring them into your party. So you have a party of 4, and you could freely swap those out anytime during the game. You can freely swap out any of your Animo in here in game at any time. And they all have different little abilities and stuff like that. So if you're doing some type of thing that requires, I need fire for this, or I need ice for this, or I need water for this, you can actually freely swap them out. And normally, you can use them in normal battle. So let's say, you're fighting something, right? You can have them do their own thing. However, where things get different is when you twine with them. You can hit C and you actually become the Animo. And you can go around and you can use the abilities and you can attack and you can do all your stuff. Now, you're going to see this has a Q, an E, and an R ability. So you have a primary ability, a secondary ability, and then you have an ultimate. These are going to use stamina points, things like that. So you're able to use these essentially as attackers. But what's kind of interesting is while you're fighting alphas and bosses and things like that, you can actually freely swap between them. So for example, this one right here, this is actually a healer. So basically I can use a heal ability. It will actually heal my entire team. So I can switch back to whatever I was doing and I get that buff as I'm playing along. Now, this is where I'm going to say that there's some similarities here with the game, and I hesitate to use this. I hesitate to say this game because I thoroughly enjoy the game, but this is a type of game that you know what you're getting into when you get into it. And I'm also not saying anything about the monetization mechanics of it. This game plays similarly to me like Genshin Impact. You have a team composition, you have team builds, you have certain Animos that have certain abilities that possibly could have interactions with each other. The combat style, it plays very similar. The menus are very similar. The subsystems, the way that you track things, when you go to your logs, you have very similar looking things here. Now, like I said, I don't necessarily think this is going to correlate with the same type of gacha mechanics that Genshin has. I don't believe so, but I don't know. So again, I'm not sure. We don't have any of that right now, and so I'm not getting into that. But the gameplay style is very reminiscent of that to me, and I love it. I absolutely love the game. It's a fantastic game. It's fun. It's so much fun to play. But with these, you also have some abilities. Some of the your Animo have special abilities. So you can see now that instead of just Q, E, and R, I also have a T ability. Now, the T ability on this one is blooming, which I don't exactly know what it does yet, but it puts flowers down behind me in a path. So I'm not exactly sure. However, some of them that you will use quite a bit. If we go into our menu here, let's see. You're going to be using so when you're the little crab, you can actually hit T to tunnel. It allows you to get under areas and through like tight areas. There's going to be like little arches and stuff like that you can go underneath, and this will allow you to get underneath them. So it's kind of like a little traversal mechanic, but it's super fun. It's super nice. I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Now, as you're playing as your Animo, like I said, you have different abilities, you have different things like that, but we are going to be fighting multiple things. You're going to be fighting Animo all over the place. There are alphas that you're going to be able to fight, and you're going to have a chance to capture those as well. So we'll actually head over to this one here. So this is actually an alpha that I have not fought yet. You can see we have an alpha here. We have an alpha here. So we'll head over there. I'm going to go ahead and just fast travel here. There are teleport things that you unlock in the map that allows you to get around faster, which is amazing. I love being able to travel a lot faster and not having to worry about things. We're actually going to go ahead and swap our Animo around. I'm not sure which alpha we're going to be fighting here, but I can tell you for sure I want to be using this one. This is an alpha that I actually did catch. I was actually kind of surprised that we caught it. So let's go see if we can find this. Now, another thing, there's a lot associated with this game. There are certain Animo that you can actually use as special abilities. So for example, when I jump off of this and I glide, I then turn into this little Animo. But then when I crawl and climb up stuff, I turn into this one. How that works is actually in your player, in your character stuff, you're going to have mobility skills, combat skills, and then you're going to have mobility Animo. And in here, you're going to be able to select what Animo you want to use for a climb ability, a glide ability, and a swim ability. So when you jump into water, you automatically turn into whatever swim ability one you have. When you glide, you use whatever glide one, and so on and so forth. Now, these don't have to be in your party. They don't have to be the 4 that are in your party, but they do have to be on you. Let's actually head over here, and let's see what we have as far as an alpha to fight. Oh, looks like it's going to be a water-based one. Oh, it's that one! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. Okay. So, as much as I would love to use my Flamirion, I'm gonna guess is what's called. Pronouncing these names, I'm sorry. I'm gonna use my, where are you at? My Scorch Howl. Yeah, we're gonna use you. Because this appears to be a plant type, a water plant. Ooh, is a water plant gonna be very bad for this? It might be bad here. We're gonna try this, and we're gonna see what happens. So again, this is an alpha. Let's just go for it and let's see what happens here. So recommended is, wait, did it say recommended was ice? Oh, it's a water. Okay, so it is a water one. Interesting. This is gonna be a little bit more interesting because let's just use, I guess we'll use this one. Yeah, this one's gonna be all right. It's not gonna be great though. I think we'll be fine. So now we can actually get a little bit of gameplay. Okay, we got to stay out of this. Yeah, we're just going to stick with this one for now. Now, this is an Animo that you get in the very beginning of the game. There is a little bit of a storyline here. And eventually what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to pick between 2. that you want to use. That tornado is following me. We're gonna switch to our plant type and see if this one does any better. I don't know if it does or not. I mean, she's doing pretty good damage. I would say she's doing a pretty good job. And there we go. Dude. All right, so now we have the option to catch. So obviously we could use our Ultra Pod here and have a 100% chance of catching it, but we're not going to. We're just going to use a Trace Pod or a Hyper. We'll use a Hyper. Now, I have caught one doing this using a 12%, which is actually the one I'm using, but the chance of me getting that is slim to none. So we just assume that we don't get it, and we didn't get it. But now we should have a chest. Awesome. Now, the chest does require an energy. So you have so much energy per day. It requires 30 energy. We get 300, or it regenerates over time. So we have 160 right now. But we're going to get it because this is, you know, upgrade materials, things like that. Now, from these, hold on, we're actually going to leave because these things respawn uber fast. Now, by completing those, and by completing, there's things up here, these sanctum things are basically puzzles. If you've played Breath of the Wild, you kind of have an idea what these puzzles look like. By completing those, you get items that you need for upgrading. So for example, if we want to upgrade our Flame Rough here, so we can evolve it, there are evolution requirements. So we have to defeat the Alpha Scorch Owl, and it has to be level 20. But it requires some resource to level it up. Now, if we want to go this way, we have to have some other things. So, but those are the resources that you're getting from fighting these random things. So let's see if we have something that I haven't leveled up before that would be worth leveling up. So we could just say we have the evolution. What are you? So Iris. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's the one we have here. But if we go to here, stay in the forest of falling stars at night. Okay, so we don't have that requirement down. What about one of these guys? These little bone skies. Do we have an elite one? Oh, we do have an elite one. So if we go into here, so that requires 7 of these crystals. Let's go ahead and evolve that. The final evolution of this thing looks so sick. The final evolution of this thing is super cool. But it requires 3 of these. Now, there is a resource in the game as you're playing that you level up where you can actually get... It's basically allows you to turn it into any resource. I try not to use this if we don't have to because I feel like those are going to be more important later than earlier. But as you can see, it's going to turn into this thing next. It's super cool. Now, there are multiple upgrade paths as well. So this one just only has the one right now. Very, very cool, though. What do you have? Is there an evolution for you? There must not be. Yeah, I don't think there's an evolution. Now, there is also level up items. So let's say you get a new Animo and it's super low level. You get, by playing the game, these different experience gems, if you will. This is like a normal, a medium, and then like advanced, and each one gives you more experience. So like if I wanted to level this guy up, he's level 9 right now. Let's say I want to take it all the way to level 26. It would take 200 and, well, actually it doesn't. It would take 15 of those. What is it 15 of those, 40 of those, and 2 of those? Yeah, that's what it would do. So those are the items that it would consume in order to take it to that level. So again, you may be familiar with these kind of level up resources and things like that. Okay, so that kind of covers like the basic Animo stuff, covers like the most basic gameplay, right? Everything you're going to be doing, you can go, you can attack stuff, you can capture stuff. It's fairly similar. You've got your type advantages, type disadvantages, things like that. But let's get into the crafting and let's get into the RV park. So you have an RV, yes, an RV, a recreational vehicle that you can use, and it is your own little place. So at your RV park, you'll park your RV. This is your little RV, and you can decorate the outside. You can go and look at other people's RVs, that are parked here as well with you if you're in the same session or whatever. But the thing with the RV is this portal thing in the door. This loads you into your Homeland space. Oh, I picked up my Animo by accident. Just no. Okay, go to Homeland space. So this is your personal little base place. And when I mean personal little base place, I do mean it, because you absolutely have farming. You have resources, you have gathering, you have all of the things. So when you first start this, you have to do stuff manually. As you go along, you can have your little Animo work here. So for example, we have this field. This field right here is making wheat. This one's making sugarcane, wheat. I have a lot of wheat going because wheat is literally free to make. This one's making potatoes. This one's making potatoes. Do I not have any making rice? Where's our rice? Oh, this one's rice. Sorry. We have rice. We have logs. We've got mining. We've got egg hatching. We've got a mill here, which turns, you know, the wheat into wheat flour, I believe. This one is actually making Anipods for us. And yes, you can do all of this. It's amazing. If we go into our build menu here, so as you can see, we have our build menu here. We have different tiers and levels of farmlands, different tiers and levels of woodlands, of the stone stuff. When it comes to like making stuff, so we have a carousel mill. We have level 1, 2, and 3. We've got a crafting table, so a workbench that can store various small tools, allowing you to bring your creativity to life with your own hands. When your RV is upgraded to level 5, you can switch to electric mode. Different buildings do different things. It's awesome. It's so much fun. It's so cool. And then while you're doing this, so you can expand out if you want to. Let's say we go to, let's go to manage. So we can see here, these are the Animo that we have in our place working right now. They all have different little abilities. You know, obviously you need, you know, the stone thing for digging up stone, or for, you know, tilling soil, stuff like that. You have carrying stuff, you have watering. So you need some basics in here to manage everything and to keep everything going. But you do have to feed them. You can hit auto select. So basically all the food you make, you can use your food that you make for a couple things. I personally start with auto selecting so they have food. I have 4 days and 11 hours worth of food. We're good there. But from there, you can do a couple of things. There is daily orders that you can fill. So this one wants 30 rice. This one wants 600 wheat. When we fill these out, we get these home tokens. That's kind of like the currency in this realm, if you will. You can also go into the grocery store, which is where all of your stored stuff is at, and you can actually sell stuff. So I have these semi-finished Anipods. I can actually sell these, and this is a really, really good source of income, because like this is all like kind of basic stuff. What those are is, if we go to our warehouse and I click on this, let me see, let me bring one over. And I go into my inventory here. I have this semi-finished Anipod, and this is made at a crafting station. If I hit fusion, what it's going to do is it's going to consume that one semi-finished Anipod. It's going to consume 20 of my energy that I have for the day, and it's going to give me 15 Anipods and 400 XP, which is great. But that energy requirement is kind of expensive, and I don't really need Anipods right now. So instead, what we can do is we can make those little Anipod things in here with our, you know, electricity generating dude and stone, because it only requires stone, which we are gathering over here, and we can sell those. So we can sell them over here. Let's say, you know, I sell 10 of them. That gives me 1,720 of our house monies now. And you use the house money for all different things, for purchasing new stations, purchasing things like that. Also, when it comes to upgrading, you upgrade your RV. Upgrading your RV allows you to do new things. My current level is 3. To upgrade to level 4, I need 120 of these logs, which I have, and I need 860 stone, which I have, but I also need 40,000 of those little home tokens, which I don't have. So we're going to work on that and slowly get that. And then once we upgrade that, it gives us the ability to place more fields, I believe, and more Animo. So like you can place 9 Animo in your Homeland space. There's new items for purchase in the shop, new seeds, new things like that. So all kinds of stuff. This is a huge thing. Like I said, this whole system right here is like a game within the game, and it's crazy. Yeah, it's absolutely awesome. You can expand if you want to unlock tiles as well. And there is another manage option as well. So let's say that you're, everything's crazy here, right? Like you eventually get too big. There's too much going on. You can't manage it. Well, there's another way to manage it all. You go into your little manage thing here. You go into facility management. And essentially, you have your land parcels. So everything right now we have is on land parcel 1. I click on that. I hit view details. This is all of the stuff on the land parcel, and it's where it's placed. So I can see this field is doing wheat. If I wanted to change that to potatoes, guess what? I can hit confirm modification. Okay, boom, that is now doing potatoes. If I wanted to change the recipe for this to something else, I can. If I want to change the recipe for this, so on and so forth. You can do everything in here instead of having to go to the actual field itself, interact with it, go down to settings, hit this, and then adjust it in here. You don't have to do that. So if you have a ton of stuff going, you're like, you know what? I don't need so much of that. You can manage it all there. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited for this. Like, I'm genuinely so excited for all of this. Now, like I said, this is a closed beta, so no, you can't get access to it. If you didn't sign up for it and you didn't get the email, I don't believe there's any more access going out. I don't know. But the game is supposed to be coming out summer of 2026. That is their estimated. That's what they're shooting for. But I'm absolutely loving this. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm having so much fun. I think the Animos absolutely look amazing. If we go into the little Annie log here, like you can kind of just see what we have here. Like all of these little things, they're absolutely, I think they look so good. I just think it's so fun. So, and then also, like, as you're playing along, there's obviously going to be, like, legendaries. There's going to be things like that. If we go to, let me see here. If we go to, so if I go into my elite training guide, which is like your training manual, if we get 180 of these whatever items finished, I believe we get this super rare Animo, the Somni Wing, which is actually, I think, one of the kind of part of the storyline. So super cool though. Like I want to get to that. We want to try to get to that. But you have all different kind of ways to train to do stuff here to unlock stuff. So, but I'm having an absolute blast with this. It's been so much fun. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm very excited for what this game is. Like I said, it's a different type of a creature capturing game, and I really like it. Like I like the direction that they went with it, and I personally think it's a lot of fun. So, we've got lots to do. We're going to be live streaming. If you guys are interested, make sure you subscribe, leave a follow, leave a like. Let me know, what do you think? Are you going to be checking out? Are you waiting to check it out? Are you ready to check it out? Are you not? Let me know. Leave a comment. I'm curious. But yes, like I said, we're going to be streaming. We got all kinds of areas to explore. I did just rank up. There are essentially levels. So you can max out at level 29, and then you have to increase your student rank. And then once you increase your student rank, which is basically kind of like an ascension or something, you can then go up to, I think it's level 35 or 36, and then probably have to do another one, so on and so forth. So I just finished that. So now I'm level, I don't even know what I am, like 30 something right now. But we've got literally tons of stuff to do. If I missed something, I apologize. There's just literally so much going on here. That it's just like so much to unpack, and I try to unpack it as cleanly, as nicely as I can. But like, I'm just, having a good time with it. So leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Are you checking it out? Are you ready? I am. I know I'm ready. But thanks again. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.